Hi guys, you're welcome to Niger Business TV, right? And I'm Dio, Dami. So it's great to be back. And today we're going to be talking about something very interesting. The last time we met, we spoke about, online opportunities, about things that how you can leverage technology, particularly the internet tech in 2019. And part of things we talked about the last time was around content creation, social media management, and all of that. And basically today I'm excited to bring your way the FISAYO in the studio with us. She's a vlogger, she's a content creator, she's knowledgeable when it comes to travel, enjoying your life, having fun. So she's going to be leading us on the journey of how to be a vlogger, a content creator in 2019, how to leverage on our iPhone, our Samsung, and high-end phones and lights, to be an influencer, to be a vlogger, to be known, and in the process, making money. I think that for me is important. Yeah. So we're happy to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So just a quick intro. Tell us about who you are and what you do. Let's get to meet you.
Okay, so thanks for the introduction. I am the FISAYO once again, and I'm a travel and tourism brand. So I create content around travels and tourism, mostly to raise more awareness of places to visit in Nigeria and African countries. So the essence of this is to actually promote development and destinations in Africa and let us make our tourism viable. But the reason why I'm here today is to talk about how to make that viable in terms of monetization and how you can leverage technology. So yeah, there you have it.
Okay, yeah, let's dive into it. How did you get started? Just tell us the journey. How did you get started? Where are you now?
So I started vlogging, that is making YouTube videos with my phone actually. I started 2 to 3 years ago, 2016 December to be precise. I started because of the passion to promote Nigeria, promote our tourism. And right now I have a camera, I have a studio of my own. I have things going for me, but yeah, it hasn't been easy.
So before we delve into the concept of how to monetize and all of that, basically I just want us to walk us through, which is typically what we do at the show. Like explain to us the current landscape in terms of content creation, especially when it comes to social and YouTube and the whole digital landscape. What's your general perception, opportunities, and all of that?
So, from my perspective, when I started 2016, in terms of monetization and the market for influencers or micro-influencers, I wouldn't say it was that big of a deal in 2016, but now it's definitely getting more traction. People are looking more into micro-influencers because one, I have a blog, I have a YouTube channel, and I also have a podcast. And the best way I would advise anybody who wants to come into digital content creation is, what idea do you have? What message do you want to pass across? Then once you've targeted or you have an idea of what you want to speak about, then you can start thinking of what is the best medium for you to use. If you think you can easily reach your audience by videos, then YouTube is the platform for you. If you think if you're a writer, then of course having a blog is the best for you. And blogging isn't as difficult as people think it is. You can always start using a blog without having to pay for SEO monetization and domain names and all that. Although it is better done that way so that you can build your brand. But if you are on a short budget, you can always just start by using WordPress.your name.wordpress.ng or bloggers or blogspot or whatever. That is just for anybody that's trying to work on a budget. But for someone that wants to build a good brand, you have to pay. I don't think it's that expensive to buy a domain name. They have domain names of 5K per year. They have domain names of 10K per year. Anyone your budget can carry basically. So that's that for blogging. For YouTube, I started with my phone, like I said, and it wasn't expensive. I had a phone already, of course, a smartphone that has a camera front and back. Yeah. So I used that
for people that have iPhone X and all of that are not monetizing.
Exactly, like
you need to get
iPhone X has a 4K camera.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah. And I don't know if you know top YouTubers in the world on YouTube, of course. most of them actually use their phones.
Yeah.
They show us that some of these blogs were made with their phones, even with the fact that they have these and so gadgets.
Yeah.
So don't underutilize what you have. Use what you have. Start with what you have. And if you're already a big boxed person, like you have the money already, then what is stopping you? Some people tell me they don't know how to start. I'm like, okay, maybe you don't have a message you want to pass across. If you really have something to say, if you have a topic that you want people to learn from, then just start. Just do it.
Yeah. So let's look at this while you're talking about the concept of topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the theme, because that's very important. Because of Linda Ikeji's success story, a lot of people went into blogging. Of course, some of them chop beans, like we say in Nigeria. When it comes to trend, what are the topics that you think are actually, gaining traction now? Well, of course, the caution is that people must still look at what they are passionate about and merge it with the odd trends and topics. But top of mind, what are the areas you are into? Travel and blog. My own passion basically is about business, entrepreneurship, marketing, branding, things like that. But what other areas do you think that people can leverage on?
So there's tech. But before we even dive into what other areas, like I don't think you should go into blogging, making videos because you want to just talk about the trendy, like talk about what concerns you the most. Because it's what concerns you the most that will fuel the passion to keep going, because content creation is not easy, it's frustrating at times.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about what you think will just please people, then you're not pleasing yourself, and that will you just lose all the fuel to continue. So start with what you are interested in business. Then you look for the best way possible to pass across the business, I don't know, whatever it is that you want to tell your audience about business that will attract them. I am focused on tourism for two major reasons: to promote destinations and also to promote development in Nigeria and Africa. So I look for trendy and very unique ways that can attract my own audience, which are like the millennials. I'm a millennial, so of course my audience are millennials too. That will make them also be interested in the topics I'm talking about. So yeah, I just read up. Like
the Ghana post you did, that got 10,000 views.
Right now it's at 25 actually.
It's crazy. I was just thinking around it that, wow, what's happening? I had to make a call to you, trying to understand what you did, which we're still going to talk about. How do we grow up? How do we get people to view? How do we get people to subscribe? There are some points you did like a challenge for your YouTube where you started building your audience base within a particular month. But we're still going to talk about that. But basically talking about, one of the things I've been able to pick from what you're talking about now is to pick a platform that you're comfortable with. Either you're a video person, that will be YouTube. If you're an audio person, that will be podcast. If you are maybe a text person, that will be like a blog, a text blog, so to speak. Number two is to pick a topic or a theme that you're passionate about, pretty much, and have an objective, a vision driving that. Otherwise, it's going to be frustrating. The next thing now that I want to drill into is, how do we stay consistent? I go to WordPress or Blogger, I open a blog, I write 1 or 2 articles, right? And you don't go back to it.
I think. So
how do you, you've been there since 2016, so this is like going to the third year. How have you stayed consistent? How have you stayed consistent?
I think it boils down to the reason. What is your why?
Yeah.
So I already said my why is because I want tourism development. I'm really passionate about Nigeria actually. So I want there to be development in so many areas, but my focus is tourism. And that fuels me. I always see something to talk about, and that always just drives me. So if you're starting because you read or you heard from a conference that you should start because it's trending, then you would lose the drive after some while because it was. So I started blogging after reading some books, and I just wanted to inspire people back. I'm reading a lot. I shouldn't keep all this knowledge to myself. I said, okay, let me do some book reviews. That's actually how I started. And then it graduated from that to focusing on tourism, although I still do inspiration on my Instagram and all that. If you watch my videos, even when I talk about tourism, you still see some form of inspiration in it. So yeah.
I get you. So now going around, one of the things that can hamper consistency, even creativity at times, is when the money is not coming in, and it's more like a full-time thing. Because it's one thing for you to, even on part-time basis, the issue is that you won't have time Now, on a full-time basis, the problem will be that you don't even have money to sustain yourself. So what are 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 ways that you think that people can monetize their content, even while they are trying to gain traction? You know, maybe before they become a celebrity influencer or a micro influencers. What are the areas that you think the audience can explore if they're trying to go into this?
Well, I'm still growing myself, and so far the ways I've been able to monetize are as follows. First, through my blog. So I do paid advertisements on my blog. I also do AdSense. There's AdSense, there's affiliate marketing. You can just go to any whatever. If you're into travels, then look for all the travel brands and look for the affiliate marketing section and you collect the link, and then you whoever clicks on the link from your site, automatically you get a commission for that purpose. If person purchases, sometimes you get paid per click.
Yeah.
I know that's one. Some people come to send me mails, Fisayo, please advertise this or promote this, write about this. It might be different. Trust me, the opportunities are endless. You just have to be out there, let people know you. People don't know you, do not come and approach you. And even when you know all the ways to get the money, if you don't have the audience, nobody will see you viable. Nobody will see, like, why should I come and patronize this person? So I know that the major challenge has been numbers as an influencer, because I'm an influencer. I'm positioning myself as an influencer in tourism. Has been numbers. And if brands don't see your numbers high up, they wouldn't want to work with you. Or at the same time, if they see that you have an engaging, community or people that are actually listen to what you say, they would of course patronize you. So that's one for blog. YouTube, same thing. Activations through affiliate marketing too. A lot of people.
YouTube.
Yes. So description section.
Okay, the description section. And some of these brands. Okay, makes sense.
And making videos for brands, mostly travel brands and whatnot. So I've also had the opportunity to work with the governments in tourism in Lagos State, Ogun State, Akwa Ibom. So they call me for things in relation to tourism because they see my videos, they see what I do. So when you start, your opportunities are endless. You are basically promoting your brand to the world. You don't know who is seeing you. That because of the videos I do on travel, I have customers from United States asking me, if I want to go to these places that you mentioned, come and take me.
So that's like an offline way of monetizing. Because for some, for example, if you're passionate about maybe marketing or social media management and all of that, one of the ways I think people can leverage eventually once you build your community online is to bring them down and do maybe seminars, maybe do ebooks, maybe do physical books.
Well,
in addition to what you're saying. But
true.
what you're talking about makes practical sense because it's almost immediate. It's still the same on the online platform. Even so, for example, for some, if it's handcraft and some of those things you're talking about, you can do online courses that is still online. So ebook, online courses are the realm of monetizing online. Then offline by seminars, creating experiences, experiential form of monetization, I think exists in this field. So it makes a lot of sense. And I think everything is just about, how to position yourself in the market.
Very true.
It's about being consistent. It's about doing the right things.
So you mentioned consistency. I should address how to be consistent. Consistency is not easy. Like I said, if you're not passionate. At the same time, you have to plan. So this year, I took some time off to make sure I plan for the whole year so that I can make sure I deliver quality work excellently.
I saw that some of your audience were also they thought that you ran away.
No.
So you were doing the trip, right?
So you have in the past years I basically just push out what just comes to mind, but this year I want to be deliberate.
That's content calendar, content planning.
Exactly.
At least on a monthly basis. That's what we do at Nigeria Business TV and some of the other brands that we handle. Basically, you must just do, that's the Bible. You must do a content plan. It makes you plan logistics-wise. You're able to structure even your distribution and all of that.
So my advice for consistency is planning. Who does not plan plans to fail.
Yeah, definitely. They're talking about building audience now. We need to talk about that. Because of course, I've always had a chat with you around growing the brand, especially for YouTube. You're a group YouTube growth hacker. So you need to explain to me, how you're doing it. More so, in the days of organic decline, how do we really build a tribe? How do you build an audience? Because once you have that captive audience, remember, that's what brands are trying to subscribe into or leverage on. Even though, like I was saying the other time, 2017, I believe, was the year of celebrity influencers in Nigeria. So in 2018, I believe it was more for the micro influencers, but I believe that things are cascading now to the micro influencers. So the game in 2019 will not only be about the numbers, or will not be majorly about the numbers. That's my prophecy, right? So it's going to be more about the engagement, especially the organic engagement. You know. So how do you build a captive audience? How do you build a subscriber base? How do you build following? How do you build visitors to your website?
So how did I start? I started with my family and friends. When I started my blog, because I started with blog before going to YouTube. I started with my family and friends. I just started a blog post. Please help me share. Twitter, a lot of retweets. Like when I started, people were just supportive. They just helped me gain retweet, and then that, of course, helped my blog gain traffic. So how do I now get leads or get subscribers? It's through content. The content you create, if people are really interested in it, because for my blog, I write if you want more tips on travels and tourism, or what not to subscribe. So people that are subscribing, of course, want more tips on travels and tourism because they like the content that they already see. So the way you can retain your subscribers is through the kind of content.
Action. Apart from the content now, the titling, call to action.
Yeah. So that's for
YouTube.
That's for blogging. So now YouTube. How did I also got my subscribers through family and friends. Everything almost started at the same time.
Yeah, but wait, pause. You need to go to that part where you did that challenge. Moving from maybe 100 to 1,000 in 6 months, isn't it?
That one, that one was because, so when I had 100 subscribers, I had a 9 to 5, so I didn't focus.
Yeah.
I didn't put all my energy into my YouTube. So of course, when you put your energy into something, when you have more time, you get more returns. Yeah. So I basically had more time to create better content that was even had some atom of excellence and add value to people and was more consistent. Basically, I was more consistent. Yeah. So YouTube actually rewards people that are very consistent. They see that you must post at this particular day and time. If you post regularly at a particular day and time for a number of months, even though the first few months you don't get traction.
Yeah, I think
that's what happened for that my Ghana video. Sometimes when you ask me, I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. Your base now is around 1,000 plus now. That's your subscriber base. 2,000. But you have a view of 25K. That's and that's even talking about even the quality of the content. And invariably, you also get traction from some of those viewers, maybe that came through into YouTube or to a link, and they come and they interact with you.
So looking at, I showed you a software that will tell you the analytics of. So you're looking at that software. It tells you the amount of subscribers or viewers you get from each platform. So 90% of my viewers are from YouTube. So YouTube, of course, they are the one promoting the video, saying, okay, this video is relevant. Let more people see it.
It makes a lot of sense. So they suggest it to the viewers. But of course, that also means that you must. So let's go to that. What are the best practices? For generally, just put it YouTube social, the best practices in terms of titling, all those things that you must really follow through.
For YouTube, I think number one, you have to know what your content is. Research more about the other people in your industry, so that you can know what content people are feeding on that basically needs more knowledge or needs more. That basically there's a gap in for you to fill. And once you've identified all that, be original, bring yourself into your video, because people these days subscribe for the personality. They want to see more of you, not because I'm like, hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. Nobody, people basically subscribe because your personality
I like the dual personality thing that you do.
Which one?
Okay. That's crazy.
So you have to be very creative. That's just by doing. So for YouTube, when you create a video and you decided what you want to talk about, when you're releasing it, you know that there's a particular day and time you have to release every week, every month. That's one. Two, your thumbnail. So that's going back to the Ghana video. I try to put in effort into my graphic design. I'm not that great, but I get the best possible pixels possible of the Ghana airport. Put a good, I have a consistent font I use for my thumbnails. And I put it there. I put the title to be very bold so that whoever is basically just scrolling through, just sees it. Oh, let me see. So that's it. Your thumbnail, your titling. For titles, you basically need to know the trend. the trend will help. Okay, whoever is searching for this term, you probably see your videos. You can get trending topics from the trendy part of YouTube or the Google volume search, like whatever topic you're basically talking about.
So wow, that's so much, content. They should go and these guys should go and pay for the rest. Maybe we'll do a master class one of these days talking about some of these things. But there's still a lot of gaps that we need to go into, like people, going into maybe how to do agri, like as millennials, being the face of agriculture. There's still a lot of things. Yeah, some people are in tech. Gossip is already crowded, and current affairs, you don't want to go into.
When I started blogging, people were like, "Fisayo, can't you do gossip? Like, can't you see Linda Ikeji? Can't you see this other person?" I'm like, no, that's not the reason why I started. Like, nah, fam, you have to know what you want.
Definitely. Just a lot of things, a lot of topics and themes that I believe that people can go into. So it's been great having you at the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we'll definitely do this from time to time. So this is like the first installment.
Let me know if you want to see me again.
Yeah, So basically, it's great to have you. So it's just about you guys go get your. Now you don't even now need to start with camera, your Canon and the rest, right? You can start with your iPhone, your high-end phones, to be able to do some of these things. So it's just about documenting your experiences and structuring it. You already have social media platforms that you can leverage. You'll be amazed the kind of traction that you can get. So it's good to have you.
Thank you. So I wanted to chip in something that if they are looking for a topic, some people are just photographers and they use this particular medium to promote their photography.
Definitely.
I know people that get a lot of jobs because that's why I got jobs for this travel stuff and so because of the video. So if you want to promote yourself, that is even the theme for you to broadcast yourself. So I mean, you can start with that.
So building the business, your personal brand, at the same time you're leveraging on social to make some good buck in your pocket.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so thanks for coming. We appreciate it. So guys, this is it. It's a wrap on this episode of Nigeria Business TV.
Do not forget to subscribe.
Definitely. Subscribe to Nigeria Business TV. Subscribe to the FISAYO on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on which other platform? Instagram, Facebook.
Blog.
Yeah, on the blog. That's at the .com.
Yeah.
www.thefisayo.com. Then go to Nigeria Business TV at nigeriabusinesstv.com. Then on all social platforms at Nigeria Business TV. So easy. Yeah, subscribe, watch our videos. We have loads of content and we're just starting for this year. We are going to load you with lots of content. You're going to achieve success this year by force, by fire, right? So guys, we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks.